meron pang isang door na na-open sa atin. Pag sinabi pala nating green metals, green minerals, green siya kasi ang aspiration talaga natin is from the get-go, when we extract these minerals, dapat we conform to global sustainability standards when it comes to impact on the environment, when it comes to protection of workers, when it comes to protecting the rights of indigenous people. So lahat yan, ESG standards. Talagang yun yung positioning ng Pilipinas pagdating dito sa green minerals, green metals. So green siya from the very beginning kasi ESG compliant na siya from the start of the process. And then green din siya because when you process this can be turned into critical components that would enable economies and countries to transform their economies towards more renewable types of energy uses. RE, EV as mobility system. So that's one side. Pero with what is happening in the AI tech space, nagkaroon tayo ng additional platform. So hindi lang siya green for the transition, but meron ka pa ngayon tech na platform. So pwede mo pag-combine yun na parang green tech minerals. That these minerals, these metals, as we process them, can be geared not just for transitioning towards renewable energy, towards electric vehicles, but this can be geared towards the hardware components for AI compute technology. So if you think about halimbawa data centers that are very much needed because of the explosion of demand for AI, at the end of the day, kailangan mo dyan, saan mo i-house yung mga data na pinaprocess mo para dyan? Kailangan mo ng mga data centers. I'm not saying na yung data centers sa Pilipinas, but that could also be one pathway. But most importantly, yung components na nandyan sa mga data centers, the components that you need for servers, for processing yung mga new compute applications, kailangan mo dyan din ng nickel and copper. So, nagkaroon ka ngayon ng additional pathway na hindi lang siya for RE, hindi lang siya for clean energy, but can also be for high-tech applications. So kaya excited tayo dito. So that's one. And then second, gustuhin natin o hindi, di ba, papunta na talaga yung mundo sa AI. It's with us. And since we have a young, digitally enabled and digitally comfortable workforce, population natin, mga Gen Z, talagang doon tayo papunta. So it's just a question of how do we want to participate? Do we want to just be observers? Do we want to just be recipients of technology? Do we want to just be recipients of gadgets, of compute programming capacity? Or do we want the Philippines to be there participating actively in this ecosystem? So yun yung context na to. Parang kung in effect, ano ba yung ambition natin? Gusto ba natin na ganito na lang din tayo palagi? Na nagmimina, ini-export natin unprocessed. Tapos, on the one side, bili tayo ng bili ng gadget, tapos gamit tayo ng gamit ng app, na hindi naman tayo nagpa-participate in the development of those apps. Taga-consume na lang ba tayo? So that is the basic context. We are open to partnering with all countries. Ang importante sa atin, our Philippine interest is defined by this. From the economic side, for example, when you talk about economic security, for the Philippines, it's in terms of being able to add more value to the resources that we have as we move forward. Value adding, job creation, knowledge creation. Yun yung sa atin, yun yung concept natin pagdating sa economic security. And we're partnering with those who are willing to work with us as we develop this. Hindi lang yung bibili lang sa atin, transactional, hindi lang yung bebentahan tayo, transactional. Gusto natin yung those who will develop this with us. And we are welcoming everyone to join us in this journey.